You can literally print money in 2024 by identifying the flow of money through the crypto ecosystem. Earlier on this year, we saw Solana booming towards the upside, then Avalanche, and then the Ethereum layer 2, such as Optimism and Matic. And now I'm seeing a project that no one else is talking about. It's seen huge gains in the number of active wallets, and yet this project is still yet to realize its incredible growth potential. This is the next ecosystem that we need to be paying attention to, and in this video I'm going to break down exactly what that project is, why it's different, what is going on with that particular project right now that's causing this massive growth, and a few different projects built on this ecosystem that we also need to pay attention to. Hit the like button and let's dive into today's video. Now guys, most of the knowledge I find is over on my Twitter, which is linked down below, so make sure you go and give me a follow over there. Much of the stuff I cover on Twitter is before I go and cover it on YouTube. So if you want a head start, then make sure you follow me over there. So what is this growth we are talking about? Well, this tweet from Hitesh.eth, the DeFi money is now going to Metis DAO. 399% growth in bridge volume in just the last 7 days, and we will look at some more metrics in just a minute. But if we come across to June.com and we look at the inflows and outflows data, we can see that Metis as well is seeing some crazy valuations coming in with $567 million being bridged in just the last few days. The net inflows in just the last 24 hours, we're seeing $831 million in Metis. And in the last 7 days, also a huge amount of funds rolling into the platform as well, being locked away, because in various pools on Metis, you can earn up to 200% annually. So it's starting to increase the money flow there. But why on earth is Metis booming right now? Well, it's because of this. Metis surges 50% as the ecosystem projects eye a $360 million grant reward. Now, what is this? Well, Metis wants people to develop on its ecosystem. So it's giving rewards to people who go and develop on the ecosystem to the value of $360 million. This money is going to get given to various projects on the ecosystem starting from Q1 2024. And we will look at some of the projects that I think are going to be gaining most of that exposure in just a minute. But let's understand just for a moment what Metis is. Now, you've probably heard of a layer 1 solution in crypto, such as Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche. However, Ethereum is still the daddy of crypto blockchains, but it comes with its shortfalls. But for years, crypto layer 1s have always struggled to complete something called the blockchain trilemma. The blockchain trilemma talks about security, decentralization, and speed. If you can nail all of these different things, you create the perfect blockchain. However, Ethereum for years has always struggled with things such as speed and as well scalability. However, it's incredibly decentralized and incredibly secure. Therefore, a layer 2 solution is brought in to make the most and utilize the security and decentralization, but to create a solution for the speed and scalability problem of the Ethereum network. And Metis, or Metis, is no different. It's an optimistic roll-up layer 2 solution. So let's talk about what that simply means. If you're trying to send a transaction through Ethereum, it might cost you a few dollars to send that one transaction. But what Metis does is it takes all of these transactions together, bundles them up or rolls them up into one, then pushes them through as one transaction. At the other end, those transactions are all then delivered to their recipient. This means that you can take all of those solutions, push them through as one, and then divide up like one gas fee for all of those transactions. So imagine like one gas fee divided by 100 for 100 different transactions. That's very simply describing how it works. But it's still ultra secure, ultra decentralized, and it's an optimistic rollup because it basically assumes that all of these transactions going through are valid, non-fraudulent transactions. It has an optimistic idea of what they might be. However, it has its unique fraud prevention layer that catches any fraudulent activity on the network and removes the false transactions and penalizes the bad actors that created them. Now, why this is a really beneficial solution is because it's excellent for a variety of different projects that might use such a solution, whether that be in DeFi, NFTs, GameFi, etc. And therefore, Metis isn't necessarily that different from a bunch of other layer 2s out there. However, it does differ in that it transforms a DAO or decentralized autonomous organization into a DAC. Now, Metis Andromeda is slightly different from some of the other layer 2s out there in that it's a hybrid rollup. Now, it combines the benefits of the optimistic rollups, which we just talked about, with the security of zero knowledge cryptographic proofs. What does that mean? Okay, zero knowledge is like this. Imagine I am in a school class and I want to explain to my friend over there that I know how to complete the maths equation without showing them the answer. Now, a zero knowledge effectively works like this. It enables you to securely send a transaction to prove that the transaction's been sent, but without revealing what's within the transaction, because obviously that should be secret. And therefore, it alleviates transaction volume on the Ethereum network, which enhances efficiency and reduces costs. So now we know something significant. Metis is a unique and interesting layer 2 solution built on Ethereum. But what's driving this growth in Metis right now is that grant money. That money is massive incentive for developers to come and develop on Metis. And this, therefore, would then encourage more users into the ecosystem who will not only develop on the ecosystem, but the users who want to interact with those products that have been created by developers. This is how crypto works, okay? Basically, it's a money game. Everyone just chases the money. Suddenly, you get a massive injection of money into this ecosystem, and therefore, everyone wants to develop on it. And through using a bunch of different smart tools, such as Nansen, you can identify the money kind of flowing in and out of the ecosystem with some very cool little charts and things like that. And you can see the absolute surge in prices being met with incredible volume that's going on right now. And you can come through and you can see some of the different people that are accumulating this token, and you will see that Metis is definitely getting a lot of attention. But this is an important thing. If you come to twitterscore.io, you'll see that no one really is talking about Metis yet. We're still very early, while we have seen a big push in the price, and we will look in the charts just a minute. Okay, so we're seeing very few in terms of new people coming and following this ecosystem. It's yet to see that sudden flood of cash, which you're going to see in the next few days as everyone else starts to make YouTube videos about it, okay? This is very early. No one else is really talking about this right now. If you look at it on YouTube, it's literally going to be my video and a bunch of the videos from Metis themselves. Once everyone else starts to catch on, talk about this token, then suddenly it's going to blow up and then you're going to be too late. But we're still early. Now, as we come across to CoinMarketCap, I want to look at a couple of the other layer 2s right now and how big they are. Market cap of Arbitrum, $1.7 billion. Optimism, $3.3 billion. And these are not old projects. They were released earlier on this year. Polygon Matic, obviously a slightly older project, but at $10.3 billion. And Metis sat here with a $400 million market cap. That's relatively tiny compared to the other ones that we've just taken a look at. Therefore, there's still significant growth opportunity in this ecosystem because, one, the flood of people hasn't come to look at this project yet, and also its market cap still remains relatively small compared with other competitors in the space. Now, I just want to look at Bitcoin while we're on the subject. Bitcoin currently sat in an ascending triangle, putting in higher lows. You could anticipate, therefore, that Bitcoin will continue higher at some point. If it continues to grow, then the whole crypto ecosystem as a whole will also grow, and that money will get pushed into Bitcoin and then from Bitcoin into the rest of the ecosystem. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance, you'll see that we've just been rejected off the 50 EMA, okay, on the monthly chart. Bitcoin dominant, the last time this happened, and we saw a massive altcoin season. We get rejected here and we dump on the Bitcoin dominance. There's a potential for a, guess what, massive altcoin season. And therefore, you want to be involved in the projects that are starting to get a lot of cash flow right now. So let's take a look at Metis on the daily. Now, you'll notice that Metis has seen significant growth in just the last few days after, what was a fairly quiet kind of bear market. Now, does that mean that this project can't continue higher? Absolutely not, guys. We've looked at the market cap of Metis compared with some of the other solutions out there, and we know that the ecosystem growth isn't even going to come until earlier on in 2024. Whilst we are seeing aggressive pushes, and yes, it would have been great to have bought in last week at half the price, there's still great opportunity from this level, in my personal opinion. Obviously, go away and do your own research. But it's not just Metis that's booming, it's the ecosystem. So we need to find the projects of Metis that are going to gain the most from some of this cash flow. Now, what we're going to do then is go into the Metis ecosystem and find some projects that are worth paying attention to. As we come down through the list, you could probably see a few that you may have heard of, such as Aave. Well, why do I want to talk about hummus? Well, hummus is delicious, but also it's a decentralized exchange, not associated with the delicious food snack. Now, when it comes to Avalanche or Solana, when the Avalanche ecosystem is booming, we saw Trader Joe seeing absolutely insane growth because loads of money comes into the ecosystem and then it starts to circulate around that ecosystem, okay? This is happening right this second. It was the same on Solana with OrcaSwap. And if you were subscribed, then you would have caught my videos where we're talking about the Solana ecosystem blowing up, and you would have also been in on OrcaSwap and seen massive growth. So guys, are you subscribed yet? Now, Hummus is a single-side automated market maker designed for exchange of stable cryptocurrencies on Metis. Now, there's a few other ones in here that are very much worth paying attention to. This one, Tethys Finance. So what's Tethys Finance? Well, it's focused on a layer 2 solution for Ethereum scaling into the future. Its mission is to empower the Metis Andromeda network with fast, secure, and reliable decentralized exchange application. This aims to address the various needs on the platform. So again, decentralized exchange obviously sees lots of good growth. And the next one to look at is this NetSwap. NetSwap, again, decentralized exchange built on Metis Andromeda, utilizes Uniswap-like automated market making model, introduces Net token, which is the native governance token of the platform. It facilitates trading of tokens such as Ethereum and Metis Andromeda. The advantages of holding this token mean that you can get faster, more cost-effective trades, built-in leverage swaps, community-driven development, and fair distribution of tokens. And then last but not least, Maya is an inaugural decentralized reserve currency in the Metis Andromeda system. Strategies include selective expansion of bonds, annual percentage yield management, and partnerships with other DAOs, which in turn stimulates more treasury growth. The DAO considers various strategies, such as participating in curve wars and options to encourage others to engage in various farming opportunities. Maya tokens won't be allocated to the team, early investors, or used for marketing in any way. This approach fosters alignment of interests among different stakeholders. So there's 4 projects to go and take a look at, guys. Maya, NetSwap, Tethys Finance, and Hummus Exchange. And while I don't encourage you to buy any of those tokens because crypto's risky and you should do your own research before you understand whether or not you want to invest. Now, I know that this will flood a load of questions saying, where do I buy Tethys? Where do I buy whatever? I'm not saying you buy it, of course, but this is what you do. Go to CoinMarketCap, search for the token Tethys, for example, and then you can come down below and we can see some stuff. Market cap, $5 million. Very important to notice that because it's potentially great growth. Now, where we can see Tethys markets, you'll see that you can trade this token in a bunch of different places, but mainly you can trade it on Tethys. Okay, so go to Tethys and you can trade it that way. There's another project, Maya. Where can I go and trade Maya if I so wish? Well, I do a search again. Maya, you can see, is tradable on the Hermes protocol. Go and check out the different protocols, probably decentralized exchanges, and then learn how to use them. If you don't know how to use something, you're only one YouTube video away from learning how to use something. Just blindly asking people continuously how to do this and how to do that, and having to have someone hold your hand isn't really going to get you anywhere. I advise guys to go out and become a go-getter and understand for yourself how to do all of these different things. Now, if you, like me, are loading up on Metis tokens right now, then you need to buy them somewhere. And personally, while there is a lot of FUD out there about using certain exchanges, MEXC is still the best crypto exchange I use because it's incredibly cheap. 0% spot maker take fees and 0% futures fees. This means that you can trade pretty much for free using MEXC, link down below in the description where you can get up to a $20,000 bonus. But guys, as with any exchange, we knew what happened to FTX. Never leave money on exchanges, any more money than you should use, because it's not the safest place to use it. And luckily for you, if you use my Decent link down below in the description, then you can pick up one of these hardware wallets, which supports over 4,000 different crypto tokens. And here you can see it supports Metis, which is a token we've just been talking about. But most importantly, if you go through that link down below, for the next few days only, you can get up to 40% off, which is absolutely massive saving. The biggest saving that you could ever get using this. It's a very cool hardware wallet. It works with Bluetooth. I never have to plug it in. It has a fingerprint scanner, which is very James Bond, very cool. And it means I can connect to my iPhone or my Android device without any wires, and I can do it on the move. I don't need a laptop. I can do it all via smartphone, which is very handy and very cool indeed. Make sure you hit that link down below in the description if you want that exclusive 40% discount for the House of Crypto and that Decent wallet. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about some new crypto projects that no one else is talking about, then make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye-bye.